People across Central Florida and Tallahassee are remembering a longtime leader who died suddenly. State Senator Geraldine Thompson's family announced her death yesterday. Thompson was a teacher, a local leader, and a friend to many across Central Florida. That includes one of those friends tonight, Orange County Clerk of Court Tiffany Moore Russell. Tiffany, State Senator Thompson was a fellow elected official, your sorority sister. What did she mean to you and this community?
She was a legend in our community, a trailblazer, someone who was relentless in her fight for justice and what was right to represent her community. And so she's going to be missed in the sorority as well as in the Central Florida community.
Obviously, she was an elected official, but before that, she served as a teacher in Orange County. How was her influence outside of the Capitol building really felt around our area?
I mean, there are students who will approach her today about the impact she had on their lives. We cannot dismiss the fact that she was the founder of the Wells Built Museum. She's a historian, an author who wanted to recognize the history of Central Florida. And so beyond her, what she did in the legislature, what she did in Central Florida was huge for our community, capturing the history makers that occurred right here in Orlando.
She found the Wells Built Museum. Obviously, it was a hotel at one point when she first started the museum, and it's taught countless children and adults alike as they've gone through there. But tell me about, you personally, as a mentor, as someone who has run for elected office, and is serving in elected office. What type of advice she gave you along the way on what to expect and how to navigate it?
Well, I think oftentimes for Senator Thompson, the advice came from her actions, watching her work. And I think, being able to stand on principles, making sure that you speak up for those issues, even if you found yourselves by yourself. She was one who would show you that, to make sure that you did your homework. She was extremely informed, knowledgeable about issues. She didn't speak up if she didn't know what she was talking about. And so I think that was the lesson that she taught elected officials such as myself or anyone else watching her and wanting to emulate how to lead, is to be bold and courageous, to speak right even if it was unpopular.
It's, tough for Democrats in the state legislature, supermajority from Republicans. But, just a couple of years ago, the Tyree Sampson law was passed, and she was the one who spearheaded this, wrote this law. How was her influence transcend as far as cross-party lines to make sure that what was right was done? Because
she's knowledgeable about the process, right? And she was very strategic in finding those areas that can build commonality amongst even those on the other side of the party, which is how she was successful in getting that move forward.
What's the space now that we have in Central Florida without her in it? What gap does she leave behind?
She leaves behind a gap of that voice, that fierceness, someone who we knew was going to be a champion that was going to speak up on those issues. And we have to make sure that myself and other leaders have to fill that gap, which is a huge gap because Senator Thompson will be hard to replace.
76 years old, a life that included from a classroom to an administrator in school to a person who was leading up in Tallahassee, and obviously a leader back home as well. Tiffany Moore Russell, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Summer, back over to you.